High spots and cheap pops. You're on the air.
Jon Moxley coming back, repackaged seemingly, with with Marina Shafir in tow. You don't know her. You don't know me. In tow, and some ominous words. First off, he talks about Darby Allin. You and I need to have a conversation. Was not threatening. Did not say he was going to kick his ass. Was not Jon Moxley when Jon Moxley wants to beat someone down. It's Jon Moxley wanting to have a conversation, similar to the conversation that Bryan Danielson wanted to have with Jon Moxley.
Mm-hmm.
But this is something a little bit bigger in my estimation.
Yeah.
And in your estimation, in a lot of people's estimation. He says the thing about Darby Allin. Darby Allin, it's time for you and I to have a chat, have a talk. And I'm not a hard man to find. Hopefully we see it soon. And it's not an AEW storyline where we have to wait 3 or 4 weeks for the follow-up. That's going to be the problem with any AEW storyline. But he calls out Darby Allin, and then Vladi Dottie, he goes to Tony SkiaVone and says, this is not your company anymore. This is not your company anymore. And then he threw the microphone down really angry.
Yeah.
That last part. Last part didn't have, but then you see the way Marina Shafir kind of stepped in, took out as he was leaving, and he said, this place needs a little humility. Definitely seems like there is a reckoning coming about with Moxley at the lead. Then you have rumors Shane McMahon may be involved. Of course, we know Shane McMahon was the general manager of SmackDown while Dean Ambrose, whoever he is, was world champion. They had a lot of interaction on camera, a lot of interaction in general. Vladi Dottie, where is this going? Wow. And could this be a game-changing storyline for AEW?
Yes, and absolutely could be. And I got to say, as I watched this on my DVR, it was just prior to midnight, leads off the show. And as I'm watching it, as soon as he said the line, and again, I might be incorrect, but as soon as he said that, looking at Shivani, which they've made it abundantly clear in the last few weeks that Tony Khan is in Shivani's ear. It's been referred to, I think, 2 or 3 times. In recent shows. So as he's standing across from Shivani, looking into his eyes, he's telling him, i.e. Tony Khan, this is not your company anymore. When he said that, you were the one that went and texted me the picture of Shane and Tony Khan meeting. So there's, when I saw that, I'm a firm believer where there's smoke, there's fire. And as soon as I saw that picture, I'd say odds probably are not. However, never say never, right? And all of a sudden, Moxley says this. And immediately I thought of Shane. I thought to myself, who else is powerful enough to take away Tony Khan's baby from him? Who else? It's not Scott D'Amore. He's doing his thing in Canada, right? That wouldn't even, quote unquote, blown up your skirt. But somebody like a McMahon coming in there with Moxley in tow, MMA fighter Marina Shafir, who also spent time in NXT. And as he starts adding people to this group, it makes perfect sense that they all have some sort of connection to WWE, maybe even somewhat of the MMA style that Shane tends to like himself. And they're basically looking to go and overtake this, is what I'm saying and seeing. And if done correctly, and then as we said in pre-production too, I'll mention this, you and I both got the vibe of Scott Hall to a certain extent. It didn't equal it. Nothing much really equals Scott Hall to me. However, Moxley, the way he was saying this, the way he came out was sort of newly packaged, and there's a new presentation. Thank God they got rid of Wild Thing. I've been saying that for the last year and a half.
Terrible.
Yeah, I'm cool with this. Him walking out this way. There's no mention of the Blackpool Combat Club. He hasn't congratulated his buddy for winning the title. There's been no acknowledgement of them. He's not wearing their colors, let's put it that way. And then all of a sudden he says those menacing words, And I loved it because Tony SkiaVone is like, what do you mean by that? What? What?
What do they mean?
It's not my company. Obviously, it's not your company, but the guy in your earpiece that signs all these checks and has had success by all means, but has had some bumps in the road of late, especially when you start looking at numbers. And what's on the horizon too? This saving grace of a TV deal, perhaps with Warner Brothers. And I thought maybe this is the end. Warner Brothers only agrees to go and re-up with AEW as long as they are allowed to go and play somebody like Shane McMahon there to pretty much almost act like an owner or give him some sort of slice of the company. Because there's actually been mention that Warner Brothers has like a certain percentage invested themselves. So maybe they say, hey, we divulge this to Shane, and he's a part owner now. And the whole idea is that him just taking it away from Tony and making it his own thing with his former WWE wrestlers. I swear to you, if Miro walks out there within the next 4 weeks, I have zero doubt Shane McMahon's coming out.
Thank you so much for watching High Spots and Cheap Pops. For Vladi Dottie, this is Silicon Steve Alley. Hit the subscribe button and let us know what you think. Thank you for watching, and here endeth the lesson.